All right, y'all, it's fight week. It's time to go. It's officially Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Today is the press conference, and by the time you guys are watching this, maybe it'll be over already. Maybe things will have gotten heated. But let's talk about what a knockout would do for Devin Haney. Does he really need a knockout? I interviewed Devin Haney yesterday at the media workout, and he seems very locked in, very focused. He's hitting the bag very hard. He's in pads very hard. But at the end of the day, like, you also have to be realistic and remember all these fighters can crack. It's all about, what they do inside the ring on fight night. And on Saturday, I think Devin Haney's very determined to go in there and get a very convincing and clean win against Ryan Garcia because I was surprised. We don't usually hear Devin Haney guarantee a knockout, but he did guarantee a knockout a few days ago. But when we asked him about it in the press, he kind of seemed a little bit less like he's not forcing a knockout, but he's gonna look for it if he has the chance. And he said if I have Ryan hurt, I'm gonna go in for the kill. But I just don't know to what extent Devin Haney has the ability to really hurt Ryan Garcia. I'll see. Some people, within the boxing world, I talked to a lot of people yesterday. They're picking Devin Haney to potentially get a late stoppage, and I'm a little bit confused by that. I'm like, I don't know if Devin can pull off a stoppage, to be honest, because he doesn't have that same power that Tank does. At least he hasn't shown it to us yet. So this could be the time where he proves it to everybody. He makes a statement because when we were asking about it yesterday about a knockout, like, why do you feel like you need a knockout? He was saying that, it's been a while. It's been like 5 years since he's really stopped the guy. And he thinks like Ryan Garcia, considering, the history they've had, he's more motivated than ever. And it would be a good time to get a stoppage win at this point in his career. And I would agree. I think he can't just win a regular decision. A regular decision doesn't get the fans excited about a potential fight with Tank. I think he needs that stoppage win to really solidify, and send a message to nobody but really Tank. I think that this performance is going to be a message to, all of the sport of boxing, people at 35 who are going to come up to 40 and the current 140-pound division. But I think everybody's going to compare what Devin does on Saturday night to what Tank did to Ryan. So I think there is a little bit of pressure for Devin to get a stoppage win. It just seemed a little weird, yesterday hearing him be a little bit less confident about, going after a stoppage, going in there to get Ryan Garcia. And I understand. I feel like Devin Haney is just not that kind of fighter. He's not the kind of fighter, at least, anymore, where he's going to go after you. I think he's too smart nowadays. With a guy like Ryan Garcia, the headspace he's in, he could be, honestly, as dangerous as he's ever been, taking into account all the antics, the way his behavior has been throughout the lead up. I'm not sure what's real, what's fake anymore, but Ryan does seem very irritable. He does seem very aggressive. So if that translates into the ring, Devin Haney could have a very difficult time, keeping Ryan Garcia at bay, keeping him tame within that 12-round duration if Devin Haney can't get a stoppage. Because if he can't get a stoppage, there's going to be more time for Ryan Garcia to potentially land something. I'm not saying it's a lucky punch, but he's going to have to find a little bit of luck there in combination with some strategic plan to land something clean. Because I don't know if Ryan Garcia has the same timing that Devin Haney has. He doesn't have that speed. And I'm not talking about hand speed. I'm talking about just mobility and the ability to time someone. When you time someone, you have that combination of power and speed. So Devin may not have the one-shot power, put you to sleep like Tank does, but he has timing like Tank. Like, he has great timing. He's sharp. He's fast. He feints well. Has good upper body movement. So I'm not too concerned about Devin winning the fight, period, because I'm confident that Devin's gonna win. I just think that to really send that statement so that people don't criticize him, the boxing world doesn't criticize him, he has to get a stoppage, in my opinion, or at least drop Ryan or hurt him pretty bad, like maybe get him out on his feet. But if he can't do that, I can't help but think that people are gonna talk and say he wasn't as special as Tank. But like, I also understand that Ryan Garcia had to deal with a rehydration clause. He had to deal with that 136-pound catch weight for that Tank fight, and I do think that affects you in terms of your ability to take big shots. So I'm not saying Ryan Garcia would have won. I just mean that, maybe Ryan would have been able to hang in there with Tank a little bit longer if, it weren't for that rehydration clause, him being so depleted. He's a big dude. Seeing him in person, you realize, like, his physique is really filling out at this point. He's a grown man. He's not really a kid anymore, so he's getting very big. So I could understand. I'm like, man, how did this guy ever get down to, like 35 easily? And I don't know, he's not tall, he's not super tall, but at the same time, he's not a small fighter. Him and Devin are around the same height, so it's going to be an interesting fight. I believe Ryan Garcia does have the height advantage, but will he use it? Yeah, the problem is that he will use it too much almost. If you're too straight up, it's easier to knock you down. It's easier to knock you down as opposed to when your feet are a little bit more, spread out and you're a little bit lower. It's a little harder to knock you off balance. But Ryan makes it very easy because he's so straight up and he's flat-footed. So if Ryan isn't 100% focused and his feet aren't moving in front of Devin, I wouldn't be surprised if Devin drops him. I wouldn't be surprised if we see knockdowns on both sides, because these guys are so unpredictable. Like specifically Ryan, it's really up to Ryan. You could see him land something crazy on Devin, but then he could get dropped, or vice versa. He could get dropped and then land something on Devin. So like, I don't count Ryan Garcia out. I just, when all else is equal, you have to go with the guy that's more disciplined, and Devin Haney's shown to be more disciplined. And the truth is that all else is not equal. Like Devin Haney, except for the power and maybe the hand speed, Devin Haney has that, the higher IQ, the better footwork, the better head movement, the upper body movement in general. He's just a very, educated fighter. The jab is gonna, if Ryan Garcia uses his jab, which I'm not too optimistic that we'll see that, because in every fight it slowly kind of fades away. I think if he used the jab, there's a potential to win the fight. Even in a decision, I think he could even win a fight. In combination with his, his hand speed and a few power punches here and there in each round, I think, just throwing that jab out there, even if it doesn't land, because sometimes Devin Haney's jab's not going to land, but the judges are going to see, okay, Devin Haney's throwing his jab as he usually does, a best jab in boxing, best boxer in boxing. They're gonna see that. So every time he throws it out, just throw it back at him. Just play tag a little bit. You don't have to go for that stoppage right away if you're Ryan Garcia. But I understand that it's a very narrow path to victory. If you want him to win a boxing match, it's highly unlikely. Just out of Ryan Garcia's history of not being able to have the patience to stick to a game plan and execute it. So Ryan's gonna come to fight. If what I think is going to happen, Ryan's going to come to fight, and it's going to be harder than he thinks to land a clean punch on Devin. He may be able to do it. I hope he is able to do it to make the fight more interesting, but I don't know if I can pick Ryan Garcia over Devin. I think Devin's definitely the safe pick, but I do think he needs to make a statement and potentially stop Ryan. But let me know in the comments, do you guys think Devin Haney needs a stoppage versus Ryan Garcia? But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
That's going to do it for another NASFight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.